I've just stopped you walking along the street, so we've not
Yeah.
met before.
No.
But I want you to think of, for example, your mum's first name. Is there a B?
Yeah.
Barbara? This is weird.
That wasn't supposed to happen. I'm Matthew Smith, a scientist. Definitely no psychic.
I've been studying psychology and the paranormal for 20 years. Throughout that time, I've never found any conclusive proof that there is something real going on here.
You could call me the ultimate skeptic, with a career full of scientific evidence to back me up. But now I've decided to challenge all my beliefs and switch over to the dark side in the quest for more answers.
I've given up my job and I'm going to devote my time to seeing if I can learn to become psychic.
But I'm not just in this for the science. I'm also entering an American challenge which offers $1 million to anyone who can prove their psychic powers, which has never been won. So, I'm jobless. I've got a young family to support and I'm trying to change my entire way of thinking to become the first ever $1 million psychic. First things first, I wanted to prove to myself that right now I don't have any psychic ability. So I hit the streets, guessing personal details about strangers' lives. And the first person I spoke to...
Barbara? It was a guess. If I get it again, that'd be really impressive. I'm getting a C.
Yeah, that's right.
Christine?
No.
Andrea?
No, she's not Andrea.
Okay. Am I close at all?
Oh, she's Hannah.
Have you ever owned any pets?
Yeah, I've got one at the moment.
Okay. I don't know. What?
It is called Bruce, he's a dog.
Sarah?
No.
Amelia?
No, the name is Wall.
Okay.
So am I crazy to give up my job to try and learn to be psychic?
Well, I'm a skeptic about psychics anyway, and I thought you were on safer ground being a scientist.
I don't think you're going to succeed, I'm afraid.
I know I'm not psychic yet, but it's the start of a very long road, but I'm really looking forward to it.
As an ordinary man from an ordinary family, being psychic goes against everything I believe in, as well as everything I've proved in my work.
My whole academic career really has been devoted to the topic of the paranormal from a skeptical scientific perspective and as a psychologist. So we're looking at either people's claims about the paranormal, people's beliefs in the paranormal, even doing scientific tests in a laboratory to see, is it possible under control conditions that perhaps some people can sometimes do something which looks like ESP or telepathy or whatever it might be. And I spent pretty much my whole career doing that, but never really got any evidence that said, yeah, look, there really is definitely something going on here. There's always been possibilities and maybe this, maybe that. So really it's got to the point where I really want to find this out. And one way to do that is to see if I can actually develop this kind of ability myself. Can I have the experiences that will prove to me there is something real going on here? The reason that I'm doing this now, one is I fell in love, and that started to change my whole perspective on how the world works. Having a young family, I'm hitting 40, so maybe it's just some kind of midlife crisis, but it's made me challenge and think about what it is I want to do with my life, and also made me realise there are more questions that I have that I want to try and find answers for.
If I'm going to stand any chance of believing in, let alone learning psychic ability, I need a mentor who I don't think is a crank.
One of the people that's made me question my scepticism is Gordon Smith, who's a medium. He's one person when I saw, at the end, I stood up and thought, well, that's as good as it gets. And he's someone whose ability I can't explain scientifically.
Two boys actually I've seen who went to the spirit world at the same time, and both of them went to the spirit world in a car accident. Is that a mum? Because I've got to talk to my mum. We are together, and that's why we're coming forward with your love. I think I'd have to describe myself as a medium more than a psychic. And a medium is somebody who basically connects this life with the afterlife. The way I feel at the moment is amazing. This is what he's trying to say to you. The way I feel at the moment is amazing. It's like I'm not stuck anywhere, I'm not in trouble, don't have these thoughts. The aim as a medium is to try and heal the bereaved, or to bring some kind of healing towards people who have had a loss. So that's what a medium does. I suppose I talk to the dead. And there's lovely music that I'm hearing being played. Beautiful music that's being played, okay? And it's something, it's not something you would associate with young boys. It's a classical piece that I'm hearing.
My eldest was learning the piano.
But know that your boys are together, they're fine, everything around them is being looked after, and they just want you to know that they feel your love as well as the pain, they feel everything. There's still a connection there, okay? And they will get stronger. You're welcome. God bless them.
It's been 4 years since my children died, and you just want to know how they are and that they're happy. To hear that they are there and that they are happy, they're together and that they're being looked after, is just keeps you going for another day or another week or another year. And they're really little. So yeah, it's life-changing, really. It really is. You know, it just keeps you going.
It's compelling stuff, and obviously brings comfort to people really suffering loss. But is it real? And if so, can I learn how to do it? This is a massive challenge, so I've got to throw myself into Gordon's world.
Hi, Gordon. Hi.
But can he teach this sceptical old dog any psychic tricks?
I've got no idea what lies ahead of me. I don't even know if it's at all possible. But I think a big part of it is going to require me having to set aside my rational, logical approach and essentially open myself up to the possibilities.
To win the $1 million, candidates must prove any psychic ability. So the first thing I'm trying to learn is psychometry, getting facts, histories and meanings from objects.
Try and think out of your normal pattern, out of the box kind of thing, which is not to overthink, which is kind of contradictory, but that's the whole idea of mediumship, is to learn at some point to become spontaneous.
If I'm very honest, and from being very honest, no, I don't feel
anything at all.
Anything other than this feeling of cold stone, and I'm wishing something would come into my mind, and I feel as though I should just kind of make it up.
Where would you think the stone came from?
And I imagine from a beach, because it's very warm.
Okay, how would you imagine would paint a stone like that?
A young girl playing on a beach. This person is related to you, maybe it's like a niece or something like that. I'm going to say 1970s, but I in my head I'm saying it because when I would have been this age, it would have been in the early 1970s.
I'm practically squirming in my seat. This requires skills that go against 20 years of scientific research. But I'm determined to suspend my disbelief and try.
A beach that I know that I've been on that has pebbles is Brighton Beach.
Okay, so again that's association in your mind, like the date is association, yeah? Well, these are two of the things that you're absolutely right. It was the 70s, it was actually taken from Brighton Beach. It wasn't my niece, it was my nephew, it was a boy. And he painted it, and it was actually his father who gave it to me when the boy died.
I'm really impressed with that.
It's easy to get carried away when I get answers right, but it doesn't last with other objects.
First country that comes into your mind as you hold that ring. Hold the ring, first country, any country.
New Zealand.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop you here because this is really crap.
Okay. I thought you were laughing because you're saying it.
I'm feeling pretty downbeat. Sure, I've guessed a few correct facts, but they were just educated guesses. But then, as we're packing up to leave, a name comes to me.
His name is Michael.
Can you,
That's his father's name.
Ah,
Who gave me this
who
name?
gave you? Joseph.
Stephen. His name's Michael Joseph. Oh, we're missing this! Michael Joseph Davis was his name. I've got the thing out there, MJ Davis.
This is just...
You see, now you're getting better, now you're getting relaxed.
My rational brain is kicking away going, but, what could it be?
The whole object of this is to get you away from your rational brain, so when you actually start to play with it, you know, when you actually start to, it becomes a game then you're more likely to actually have a much better attempt, or you get a much better result. I was really surprised that he managed when he let go and just started to relax. There wasn't any pressure on him, and he started to say the first thing that came into his head. He's challenging himself as well as the thoughts and theories of something that's unbelievable, and he's got to go beyond belief.
Well, you'll get a tingle. You go, well, what's that then? What's that about? Because I was completely shocked by the fact that I got anything at all that seemed to be right. It suggests there may be something there worth, developing, and I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to giving it my everything and just seeing if I can do this.